Afternoon again, my name is Dmitri Dawkins. I'm the commercial director at MC Systems. We're a company based in Jamaica. We've been in existence for 52 years this year. We started out actually as a payroll company back in the 70s, the early 70s, and ended up transitioning to technology because of payroll. So we started saying, hey, how do we go from these very manual processes to integrating tech as tech became more affordable, and then went into enterprise software development as part of that transition, and then from enterprise software development into creating solutions for financial services. And even up to recently, when I say recently, like 2015, 2016, we were still one of the main players helping to integrate different systems for financial institutions across the Caribbean. And I think that when we really entered the big leagues is when we acquired our own core banking platform to offer across the Caribbean. We're the only Caribbean-based technology organization with their own core banking system. Our core banking system is called Phoenix International. Some of you might be familiar with it. It's used by a number of institutions regionally. Again, customers in the Caribbean, LATAM, continent of Africa, one in the UK, one in the US. And when we acquired this solution and started a modernization approach, we were trying to think of what are we going to do differently from everybody else? You know, there's so many different core banking solutions available. There's so many different technology providers. What is the core mission that we have? And our mission is to be the catalyst for financial inclusion and fintech adoption in emerging markets. The thing about financial services is that trust is everything with financial services. And right now, most of our customers trust us by default and not because they choose to trust us. So everybody has to have a bank account to get paid. You have to have certain services to live your life on a daily basis. But wouldn't we like our customers to be happy that they're customers of ours? A consistent experience builds trust. What do we see with a highly banked individual? A highly banked individual has multiple accounts at different institutions, multiple service providers for different things, because they have a certain level of expectation. But really and truly, those who are, let me say, less educated on financial products and services have no expectation, don't know what it's like. They go to one institution, they have a different set of KYC requirements than the next. They do one type of transaction, it's a different set of KYC requirements than the next. And so they feel that it's very disjointed and not consistent any at all. And so as an industry overall, I think that we need to work together in user groups like this, or we have CAB, we have other industry associations. How is it that we can streamline customer experiences to ensure that when a customer says, hey, I need to open a bank account, they know that I need these 4 things and it's going to take me this amount of time, whether it be in-person, digital, sending in via email, whatever the onboarding experience is, it's a little more consistent so that way everyone has a managed expectation and they can continue to share this again within families, within their co-working groups, etc., to trust the industry some more. I think banking is a utility. I don't think it's really been designated in the Caribbean. It's actually designated as a utility in the US. And if your payment systems start failing on any given day, it is going to wreak more havoc than the power being out, than water being out, than anything else, right? The minute transactions stop for any reason or have a hiccup, then everything economically fails. When trust dies, mistrust blossoms. And no matter what is happening, no matter what our messaging is, anything that goes wrong, any negative newspaper article, any instance of somebody getting their card skimmed, any failed transaction because their international payment didn't go through or something like that, every single one of those stories gets spread way faster than a positive story. And this just continues to breed mistrust within the industry, within our customer segment. And again, it hurts us all because when somebody's hurt on one side, it's not that everyone's come and switch over to your services. So your competition losing business doesn't mean you're going to gain business. It's just the industry overall is just going to lose that business on a whole. And this is especially a problem when we have the, say, international service providers like a PayPal or others who are are operating outside of our jurisdiction, but our clients can easily access these services, and they don't have the overheads that we have to face, especially from a regulatory and compliance perspective. 70% of Jamaicans are still underbanked. We, again, need more data for the broader Caribbean as well, but we need to provide access to products which improve daily convenience. It can't be a thing of once per year or however often, the one mortgage you get every 20 years, something like that. How do we ensure our customers use our products daily? How do we create opportunities for wealth building? How do we protect our customers from the bad actors? And how do we educate customers, again, directly or sponsoring other content creators that will help to educate our customer base? And again, we know the industry challenges. International settlements with correspondent banking is still a major challenge for us as a region. The local and international regulations, sanction lists, etc. And then still national and economic security. My number one benefit of trying to convince merchants to switch from cash and utilize more digital payments is just security. We have to improve capacity and education within our team so that everyone has a level playing field in order to contribute to the team, right? Human-centered design, using empathy and experience to design workflows. Anybody here familiar with human-centered design on a whole? One person, two? All right, so let me explain it quickly. When we design new processes internally, we say, okay, we have a problem and we need to get to a solution, and there are steps along. And normally those steps are based on steps to address or fix that problem. But hardly ever are those steps, does it consider the person executing the steps? Will this person become frustrated? Will they have decision fatigue? Will it require heavy amounts of focus for extended periods? Is it mundane and boring? Is it just different elements for the person actually executing the steps? And so this is why we all end up frustrated in our jobs on a day-to-day basis, because the process of executing our job is not aligned with our core values, or may frustrate us based on our own personality or the way that we operate, etc. Some people might like asynchronous communication, or send me an email, send me a message, and I'll get it done in a prioritized order. Other people like, hey, make sure you call me on the phone right now and let me know that this is done. The communication styles, a range of different things, and we have to adjust these things for different teams, different processes, and think of the people trying to execute. I was at